Hey, hello my dragon family. Araya here. If you don't know me, my name is Araya Anra, and I am a dragon. I'm a healer. I'm a psychic medium. I work with angels, and my true heart is a dragon, and the dragon family is coming back together, and that's why I'm talking to you guys today, my family, my fellow dragons in the For the Love of Dragons group. And I'm here today. I'm in Sedona, and I just have to share I'm inspired right now because I'm here for just a couple days for the end of my business retreat, the program I've been in for the last year. And what's happening here is the energy is so clear, I'm able to bring in the final pieces for the Way of the Dragon Heart program that's going to be starting in March for 9 souls. 9 of you are going to feel that call that went out from Metatron and Galadrius and myself on the 18th of January. And unexpectedly, this is to talk about our journey. This is what's happening here as we step into our truest self. And as I realign to that, I come across things, I'm led to things, and synchronicity happens. So we're just out doing a little nature walk at this beautiful place called Bell Rock, and I will post pictures later. But as I started climbing up the rocks, I found 2 baby dragons asleep in the rocks. The formations are incredible. One of them has their wings up when they were turned to stone and hid. And it's happened to me before around the world where I find places where dragons are locked in the earth. They want to be released. They want to be free. These 2, the emotion and the energy of so much sadness waiting for their mama dragon, for their matriarch, to come find them, and she's been separated from them for a long time. So I immediately had to climb the rocks, and some of you might feel drawn to do this too, and this is what the work we're all here to do is. And I see that there's a couple of you on. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing who it is, but there's right behind me, you can't see the full rock, but this is the nostrils, the lower jaw of the second one. And as I climbed up to the first, it was the younger dragon, and this is his older sibling. They're just laying in the rocks. Huge amount of sadness. I'm an empath, so as emotion starts to well through me, I'm just helping release it down to Gaia to release that pain so that he can be free and fly. And then these chants came through, actual hands-on touching, and I know that's part of my work here on the planet, is to activate certain places around the different vortexes and the matrices that the dragons are responsible for. But also, as I find dragons that are locked in the core, like in Machu Picchu, thousands were released when I was there last June. West Kennett Longbarrow in the UK, when I was there to write the book, thousands released through me there, straight through my chest. And here is an example of a really large one just laying in the planet on the surface. These 2 baby dragons waiting for mama, and so I was able to go and call them awake. And they've been sleeping, just waiting in pain for so long. And to lay hands on a rock and allow the song to awaken and come through you until you're able to feel them wake up. And each of them separately, I waited until their eyes opened and they looked straight at me, eye to eye, dragon to dragon, and could trust and know that truly the shackles were off. They were free and safe to fly again to find their mom. And a beautiful song came through to call in their mama dragon and her name. And so I feel her coming to retrieve them, and that their sentinel post is done, that they are free to leave and come back when they're ready to help with the ascension process at the right time. So that's part of our task when we step into our path, and just allowing what seems abnormal, allowing what we call normal is really crazy in the world. We had this discussion this morning with the group that I'm here with about what we allow ourselves to accept as normal, when actually everything that rises within us intuitively, that we remember as children experiencing and allowing, that was considered abnormal. So we had to shut it down, we had to lock it down. And so awakening that within yourself, allowing it to rise to the surface, allowing yourself to just be on fire from your heart of what's coming through and what you know to do in your heart. When you walk to places like this and you feel a dragon in the rocks, in the trees, in whatever body of water, sing to them, free them, let them know that there's a human who can feel them, and let them know it's safe now. It's safe now for them to fly home. It's safe now for them to come out and not be in hiding anymore. And I almost did a live yesterday because I had this really big realization of how hard it is, how scary it is for us to step onto our path, that it's this huge we feel like it's a monumental task. Like, how can I tackle that? Where do I start? And I went in from the pool to take a shower, and here on the side rail of the bathtub next to it, I look down as I'm getting dressed, and there's this little ant, and he's carrying this giant dead moth. And I just started laughing. I was like, exactly. He's got a monumental task ahead of him, carrying this moth off to wherever he needs to go with it, quite a distance, I'm certain. And in the space of a short time, he'd stop and take a break and take another step forward. And then, he's 5 inches across in a while, and he never, he took breaks. He stopped and realigned and rested his shoulders. But then he kept going one step at a time. And that's really what our journey is about. One step at a time, just keep going. Find your task, find your truth, find your path. And if I can help you awaken it, if you know you're aligned with the dragons and you're trying to find that energy and find that connection, reach out. Let's do a session, whether it's a 20-minute dragon reading or a one-on-one reading or a 12-week program, or if you know you're called to the way of the dragon heart, reach out. Let's start getting in contact. Let's get you on track with that, because we're all needed. The book talks about a dragon army rising, and it's not about fighting. It's not about war. It's about rising in light, shoulder to shoulder, walking with the angels, walking with the star beings that are here to bring us forward and bring us up, bring all of humanity into their truest space that they've forgotten. And so that's all I'm here to talk about today. I hope that you guys tune in, and I thank you for the few people that were here. I wish I could see who it was. Leave a comment or a thumbs up or a heart so that I can see you more clearly. But I'm grateful that you're out there. I hope that this touches your heart and that it inspires you to feel, get in touch, find that inner, whatever piece it is for you, whatever connection it is for you. And I know that if you're listening to this because it's in the dragon group, then it's probably a dragon, and that I can probably help you get there if you need a little push or a little information or a little nudge or a little clearing or something. So have a great weekend, and go and be inspired and just walk out in nature, follow your call. And if you feel singing coming through, that's the most beautiful thing. I've had some of the most incredible songs come through me, and some of you know just by listening to the mantras on the CD tracks that come with the book. But when you stand on a rock and touch it and feel a chant coming through and you start doing that, there is so much energy. There's so much revitalizing that happens in your own body as you touch to that. Hi, Elizabeth. Great to see you. Thanks for letting me know you're there. And yes, I just encourage everyone, go out, feel it, allow your heart to sing, allow it to come out of your vocal cords. Who cares who's hiking by? There's hikers all around here. I'm probably never going to see them again, but you know what? What I'm doing is going to have an impact on them, because it's going to impact this whole planet. And we all have a piece to play in that. We all have a role. So be inspired. If you need a push, reach out to me, and have a fabulous weekend. And I just know that I feel like this whole alignment since the new super blue moon, there's a big shift happening this weekend. So grab that energy, align to it. If you need to go in meditation, go sit on a rock, go sit somewhere in nature. And maybe it's in a pool, because I was in a body of water yesterday and connecting to the water dragons. And we had, the first night here, we had fire and air dragons at our fire ceremony. And I posted those photos, and it was incredible to see and even feel like this earth dragon connection as the photo that I took through the Kiva sky hole towards the full moon, and the moon dragons, Rahu and Ketu, there like joining us. And amazing that Loretta Brown, whose radio show I was on yesterday, and I hope you go back and catch it. I will post the link somewhere in the group. Maybe I'll post it in these comments so that you can find the show and re-listen to it, because there's something in there that might trigger you. But she had sent me a painting that an intuitive artist did for her 20 years ago, capturing an aspect of herself, and she wanted to know some more about it. She's like, I know this is dragon, but tell me about it. And the painting she posted right next to, hi Jen, she posted right next to the picture that I posted of this Kiva hole and the moon. And oh my God, if it wasn't like perfect synchronicity of almost exactly this image that her artist painted. So, you never know what's going to align, and you have to allow it to happen. You have to listen to that inner voice and just keep allowing. And I'm hoping we have fire ceremony again tonight, because everybody, when I called in the dragons, I consciously called in the fire dragons and then found the air dragons present, and then all the others jumped in, but we had a very powerful opening with the fire dragons. Thank you, Elizabeth. Awesome vibrations coming through. Yes, I can feel it. And that's why, you know what, when I do these lives, when they're super inspired, I have to do it right now. My friends don't even know where I am. I'm like sitting on this rock in the middle of Sedona at the base of this beautiful adolescent dragon's nose, who is now free and smiling. And I will post pictures of these two because you can see it in the rock formations. This one has his wings up, and the other one is just a tiny baby curled up waiting for mommy, very sad. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm on my journey, that you guys can feel the vibration coming through. And I want to just inspire you. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Every single gut instinct that you have, do it. And that's it. Go have a fabulous weekend. It's Friday. Be on fire. Be your truth. And I love you. And I will see you next week. Out.